everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth. Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. Here we are with the sun going down on our dystopian city. Look at this thing. I am loving this. So I was doing a little bit of work off camera. I decided, you know what? If I drag this thing out, like I've done in some of my other series, showing you every single little piece and making every single little episode about every single little piece, I'm never going to get anywhere with this thing because this thing is ginormous. So I went ahead and I've put myself some safety rails all the way around, and I've built the second segment that's going to go up there. Now there's going to be some other stuff that goes up top of that, and I've got something special that I'm going to do with these segments, but I also need to start working on these areas right here. We're going to start filling in these areas with little gardens and stuff so that, one, we've got a little bit of color going on, but two, so we can't see inside the dystopian city. And this whole area will start to come together, which is going to be really, really awesome. Now, I'll show you this over here. This is what I've been slowly working on. We're going over here. This is going to end up being like the industrial district. I still haven't fixed this road. I didn't stop to figure it out. I'm hoping that somewhere right in there in that arc is just going to be messed up. And if I fix that arc, everything will be good. But look at this. I'm going to squat so I don't fall. Uh-oh. That's not going to work. So let's just jump over here. There we go. Check that out. So I am building just a big hole in the ground right now, but this is where we're going to put the vine farm. Now I've got a vine farm design that should fit in this spot, and what I'm contemplating doing is actually building 2 vine farms. Now once I get it built, it's going to make a little more sense how that structure is set up and why I would do 2 vine farms. But basically what I want to do is I want to be able to make sure that, like, I'm going to be sitting AFK in a minecart running through collecting vines. But the thing is that I can't come back to the starting point before the vines have regrown. Like, I need to make sure that my character has enough time moving through the system to allow vines to grow. Because what will happen is, once you move through it and you clear out all the vines, when you start coming through there again, there'll be no more vines. It'll take forever to grow. So I have to find that balance. Oh, man. Look at this. I love the way this looks at night. And because there's no spawnable surface, you're going to be able to walk around in this city at night and not have to worry about bad guys, which is just amazing. I love that. I love challenging myself to build where I don't have to worry about bad guys if I don't want to. Now, down there, I do right now. But if you notice, like right in there, all of that is half slab. So eventually, as we open up the city and we work on the underside, the entire city should be mob free, which will be great. But this is not what we're going to be doing today. I just figured I'd show you a little bit of progress, what I'm doing. And we're not doing the vine thing today either. We're going to do something else. I recently, earlier this week, I got a message from BJW. He had mentioned, hey, I've got an idea. Your super smelter is super, but it's got no fuel in it. Every time we go over there, things just run out of fuel. It burns up fuel so fast, it's crazy. And we don't have a way to keep it full. But he said he has an idea. He has an invention that's going to let me keep the super smelter up and running and open for the public. So I told him, yes, let's do a collab and let's get this build going. So I am going to do a little bit more work over here while you guys watch something that we've already filmed earlier, where me and BJW meet over at the super smelter so that we can get an eternal source of fuel going for that thing. So I'm going to get to working on this, and y'all enjoy the clips with me and BJW.
So this is Piggy's smelter. I haven't had a chance to really come over here yet to take a look at this thing. It's pretty cool. See if we've got anything to be cooked. Nope. I have some stuff I need to get cooked. I'll have to come over here and do this. Fuel. Of course, there's no fuel in it. There's never fuel in these things. But finished items. Nothing. So I guess people aren't really using it a whole lot yet. We'll have to figure out why.
BJ.
Yeah. Whoa.
What are you doing over there?
Well, I was going to cook something, but I don't really have any fuel for it, I don't think.
Yeah, that seems to be a big problem with this thing. It runs out of fuel way too quick.
I got the blaze farm working, but I'd have to be there for like 3 days to actually get enough fuel to probably do any good. And plus, blaze rods, they're not that efficient in something like this, I don't think.
Right.
But, well, I have an idea. I got something else I got to ask you about really quick, but then I have an idea for
Okay.
that maybe I could show you. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but um, I did notice that when I came over here,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of dangerous. Is there any way we could convince you maybe at some point to build a bridge over to this thing?
Well, okay. So actually, I was going to do a collab with, and I won't mention the member because
Okay.
circumstances have come about and outside of their control where they can't help. But I was going to do a collab with another member. We were going to build a bridge right here, and then Daphne put her little turtle shop there. So I still want to do a bridge. It's going to be kind of a diagonal one, probably to the left of her
Uh,
shop. But yeah, I've thought this is way too treacherous. We need a safe way to get over here.
so just blame Daphne.
No, 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 no. Don't blame Daphne. Blame the unnamed member that was supposed to help me that didn't.
I don't know, but I kind of want to blame Daphne because she killed me in the last episode. So
Oh, okay. Well, you can, I guess, well,
I'm gonna blame her. You don't have to.
maybe we can get Daphne to help me build a bridge. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and then just build it. Just to have her. If you could just have her move that like 2 blocks to the right, that'd be
Well, it
fine.
could. Okay, so this whole season of Decidedly Vanilla, I've been trying to push myself outside my comfort zone. I don't know if you've seen my base, but
Uh,
I'm like working with angles and all kinds of stuff that I've never done before. So it might be a little challenging to try and make a nice looking bridge that just goes a little bit to the left. It's not so straight and it's not straight up 45-degree diagonal.
hmm. Well, you could also just build it directly into the turtle thing and just have it stop there,
So
and then
you're
put a
just
sign and say
you're just not buying
Daphne's
it.
fault. Oh no. Well, yeah. I think you can do it. If anybody can pull it off, the Pigglesworth can.
All right,
All right. So
so
I've got another idea too on the fuel thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but I did. I've done a couple of tutorials on the channel lately, which seem to be doing a lot better than my DV videos, unfortunately. But what are you
right.
gonna do? But one of them was a tutorial short that I
Okay.
did. That was a carpet duplicator, and I think you had mentioned this earlier. We probably shouldn't use bugs as a major component of our builds,
Right.
but the neat thing about it is I think it would be a perfect permanent fuel source without people having to bring fuel in.
Like an over Unity machine?
I don't know. I don't know what you just said.
Did I cut out there?
Is that Vulcan? Is that Klingon? I don't know what that
No,
means.
that's like these people that think that they can make machines that actually like power themselves and end up creating power without.
Okay. Then yes, that's what that is.
Oh, okay. We're gonna make a awesome over Unity. Sweet. So how do we do this?
Over carpet machine.
There we go.
Exactly. So I have all my shulker boxes, or some of them, over on the other side of the flower farm, over by my mother build over there. How about we go over there really quick, and I'm going to show you at least a component of how to build it.
Look
Oh,
at this. I actually came prepared.
you came prepared, and then
It's
we can come over here and see if we can figure out a place to put it in here. Oh,
so. What are your plans for this build over here? Because I like it. I think it's coming along slowly. Have you been working on it at all?
no, I did that all basically in like 2 days, and then I haven't touched it since.
So you're doing what 90% of us do most of the time.
Exactly, yeah, most of the time. And then, over at my other base, I have a big build I've been working on over there, so I just haven't been back over here in a
Oh,
little bit.
okay.
So I do that just to try to keep it interesting. I'll go kind of back and forth a little bit, I suppose, like everybody. Ooh.
Right.
So yeah, I got a nice big what do you call that? Villager trading hall. I've
Mm-hmm.
got about 100 villagers over there now.
Oh my gosh.
All
Like
trying to get one decent mending villager, and I finally got one that's mediocre. I wouldn't even
don't
call it decent.
don't tell Zloy and don't let him know where it is.
He'll steal it.
He'll steal it
Yeah,
or he'll like co-opt you into some kind of secret society where you're not allowed to use your mending villager or something.
my hope was I was trying to get 2 or 3 so that I could corner the market, but I haven't gotten there yet. So. All right, so this is a pretty straightforward and easy build. I think it takes like 2 seconds to build it.
Right.
One of
So
the
I'll
problems I've been
start the
having, though.
I'm going to start a stopwatch.
Oh, geez, the pressure's on. I'm going to mess it up now. But one of the problems is directional, and we've tried building it on here, and it's been a little finicky. So I'm not 100% sure it's going to work
Well, I
right
can
now.
attest to the fact that Redstone, I don't know if it's 113 or if it's a server, but Redstone this season has been very unpredictable.
I'm going to blame KB. I think it's his fault.
Okay, that sounds good. We can do that.
So these can be 5 blocks wide. I'm going to start with 3 because it's been giving me a little grief. I got to get some. I forgot my carpet. Where's my carpet? There we go. So the idea is that they can be 5 wide, and you put your carpet up here on top of this guy. And I think the movement of these fast clocks with the observers makes the carpet duplicate itself. So
Okay.
let's see if it works.
Oh, cool. Yeah, 2 out of 3 are working. So,
Well, that's pretty good. But you can, if I had the 5 one working, so the
Mhm.
tutorial on my channel, it's like 9 stacks every, I think, 30 seconds. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
pretty crazy fast. And then I found that it takes 4 of these guys can smelt 1 item.
Okay.
So the thought was on your fuel guy, if we had this hooked up to something like a comparator,
Mhm.
that once it could tell if the system was full, then it would shut it off. But otherwise, it would basically continuously run to kind of keep refueling it.
Well,
And
let
then
me
people wouldn't
see.
have to put fuel in it.
There's 32 hoppers, so that means 2 stacks of carpets per smelt, and I think a smelt takes like 8 seconds. So we would need 2 stacks of carpets every 8 seconds, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh, for the whole thing? Two
to like
stacks of
keep it
carpets.
constantly for the carpet duping to
Hmm.
keep up with the demand when you're cooking items.
With all 32 hoppers going at the same time, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
2 stacks every 8 seconds.
If my math is correct. Now I've been known to really mess up on my math.
That actually seems doable as long as we can find the right spot where it works. Because it's directional and it seems to be a little finicky. If I had one that had all 5 working on it, if we found the right spot for it,
Hmm.
I think it could keep up pretty easily.
You know what we could do?
Hmm.
If we're having trouble getting one of these to work, might be able to build 2 of them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
They're,
that's a possibility.
they're pretty cheap.
And
I mean,
yeah, they're cheap, and I think I think we could even stack them if we had to, or as long as they're facing east or west.
right.
So we could actually have 2 side by side.
Well, that might work.
Yep. And it does, and we're kind of missing part of the build here. There's actually some hopper carts that go under it that are able to pick up all the carpets and double chest and some other things that go underneath this. This is just kind of the main component for it here. So,
Okay.
all right. Well,
Well,
how about we go over to the smelter and start seeing if we can find a spot and maybe dig it out.
that sounds like a plan. Get out of here before the sun goes down.
Exactly. Before something else kills me.
Tell you what, I'm going to meet you over there.
No, great. I gotta tear this down.
All right,
How's that
everybody,
thinking?
we are down here where the smelter is. You notice something missing. We used to have tracks running all along this edge, but now we've got hoppers. We got hoppers feeding into the furnaces and then a hopper line that feeds along the top. So, Mr. BJW, what did we do over here?
Oh, not too much. Just did some stuff. We're done though. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's go up here and take a look. So we found a little spot. So over where we were at, over by the flower farm, we had a little problem getting all 5 to work, and so we just kind of took a chance and we came over here and dug out the spot.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? It's about 10 by 10 by 10 or so, maybe a little less. We just avoided, although we can hear the zombie over there, but we avoided the water for the
Right.
most part. And then we just put in a spot up there, and unfortunately, it's all covered up, so I can't really show you much of it.
I'm going to get my
Maybe,
camera
yeah.
account. I'm going to cut to my camera
Okay.
account so
Okay,
that we
that
can.
can explain it. So up amongst here, as you're checking out Picklesworth's famous camera account, you can see all those leaves. And inside of those leaves, we have 5 slime blocks with the carpets on top of it. And that's what's the little duplicator, and it worked with all 5 of them. We only had like 2 or 3 to work over in the other spot, but we just got really lucky at all 5 work here. And then Pigglesworth did this great comparator clock, and that all ties into this little chest right here, which holds all the carpets. And as you can see, we are almost completely full. And we have these other hoppers over here that are already full as well. And we went ahead and left one out because we didn't want to have to fill up the whole system just in case something went wrong. But now we
Yeah.
have a hopper that I can put in to get the system working again.
That one key hopper is going to turn the whole thing on.
It's going to start going like crazy. Do you want to do the comparator clock before I put this in and start making a bunch of racket?
Yeah, let me explain this real quick. So what we're doing is we're pulling a comparator signal from that double chest, and we've got a chest over here to the side with a comparator signal. It is almost full. So what happens is when that chest, what did we figure out? Like when it loses 1 stack, I think it is?
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to lose about 1 stack. That's going to shut this signal off. That's going to make this torch turn on, and it just turns on. I've got a set of repeaters here and a bunch of comparators. And I think what we tested was once this thing kicks on, the on time to the off time is approximately 12 seconds. And in 12 seconds, what did it make? Like 2.5 stacks of carpet?
Yeah, about 2.5 stacks. Yeah, so this does about a stack every 6 to 8 seconds or so.
So I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to make carpets faster than we burn them.
Yeah, I think so. And the nice thing too is I actually went up to the area where we used to have to drop the fuel and the smelting stuff into it, and you couldn't hear a sound. So this is
It's
super quiet
perfectly
from that
silent.
standpoint.
Yes. Nice.
All right, shall we do the honors and get it going?
Yep, I'm gonna move out of there because this thing down here is noisy.
It's noisy, yeah. So I'll have to turn this down in post production, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
It takes
1.
just a second for it to warm up.
Yep. Come on, I know you want to.
As I say, that clock is delay on and delay off, so it takes about.
It's having to feed some of these hopper or some of these out of here. So let's see if I can see any of these moving.
Yeah, I think we had like an overflow, so it's got to pull about a stack. There we go. I can see them moving through here.
Yeah, I can too. I can see them moving through here. So it'll just take a second for it to empty out far enough down. Actually, I think I'm going to pull a stack out.
Just to make it turn
just so
on.
you can just make it turn on. There it goes.
You know what you could do?
Here it goes.
Ooh.
All right.
Wow, I'm not that far away. It's quiet over here. I'm getting just a little bit of frame loss.
There you go. I'll move over here. So this thing should probably be running to fill this up. It might take it, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes to fill all these up. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes.
Well, we could cheat the system. We could run over and grab stacks and bring them over here and manually start backing this up.
Well, here we go. That's interesting. So there's 64 in this first furnace, 0 in the next one. So does it have to fill up? Oh, so it's going to fill up the furnace.
Oh,
the
it's
hopper above
yeah.
it.
The hoppers are all going to have to back up before the next one moves over.
Yep. And
So you're going to have 6 stacks of carpet before the next one starts receiving.
Yep. And I just saw a.
I got it out.
Block go through there. Oh, did you? I just saw it go.
As I say, that's the other thing is once all this is settled, I'm probably going to start doing it. I'll do it off camera, but we're going to have to kind of like go through here and check everything just to make sure that it's purged so that there's only carpets in there.
Yep, because it's going to be, so it has to fill up the furnace, the hopper that's feeding the furnace, and then the hopper above it. That's wow, that's going to be a lot of carpets in here.
But we'll never have to worry about fuel again.
That's right.
That is awesome.
Until 1.14 breaks the whole thing and it doesn't work anymore, and then we'll have to tear this all out and put back your old system.
Nah, you'll just find a new glitch.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll be fine.
All right, well, there you go.
Sweet. Awesome. So everybody, as a big thank you to BJW, if you haven't already, go over to his channel, check him out. Check out that tutorial on this carpet thing. Check out some other stuff, because you've done other tutorials. I know you've done like a spider farm and some other stuff.
Yep, I've also got a rail glitch that was up a couple of weeks ago that's been doing really well, and then I've got other ones. I've got 2 more in the works that'll be coming out soon, besides just DV videos.
So if you're into glitches and cheating, BJ's your man.
Ouch.
If you're into exploiting the things that Mojang refuses to fix, BJW's your man.
I'm very exploitive. What can I say?
All right, everybody. The machine has finally settled down. It's no longer making carpet, but that's because it's full. It's completely backed up. Check that out. This thing is jam-packed full of carpet. I love it. Now, what I had done was me and BJW grabbed a whole bunch of stacks as this thing made it, and we ran it over here and just started manually filling it up. It still took, oh my gosh, probably like a good 30 minutes to an hour to make enough carpet to fill this whole thing up. But the awesome thing is, now we have a way to make an infinite source of fuel so people don't have to worry about throwing stuff into this smelter and not getting stuff cooked. So now what I'm thinking about doing is maybe we should set these hoppers up a little bit different than we've got going right now. Like right now we've got one line that feeds in for fuel and one line that feeds in for items. Maybe we could set it up where it says like put half your items here to be cooked, half your items here to be cooked, something like that. And we could run both of these lines down there, and so it would get items down there much, much quicker. That would be great. But let's run over here real quick. I want to run over here to the flour store just to check something. Now, I kind of made a big goof. I actually filmed a whole entire clip of me checking all the different diamonds that were over here at the store. And I've got all the audio. Oh, my voice comes through nice and clear, but there's no video at all. So I'm actually re-recording this entire clip, if you can believe it or not. Believe it or not, Piggy messed up his video. Yes, I did. And I recycled that song quite a bit. Hop on out. There we go. So we're going to run over here, and we're going to check and see how much stock we've got available. That I don't remember. Let's look through here. So some roses have sold. I don't think any of those have. I think I did sell 2 stacks of that. I don't think we've sold any tulips. This happened. Somebody thought ender pearls was a great way to pay for stuff. And I think that was it. I think the rest of these were good. But we got 5 diamonds. So we sold some flowers and got 5 diamonds out of it, which is awesome. Now you can see that we still got stock, so I don't have to worry about like filling up flower stock yet. But one of my viewers had a great suggestion, and I apologize because I didn't write your name down, so I can't remember who it was. But it was an awesome suggestion. They said, hey, why don't you sell flower pots? If people are going to buy flowers, they might want a vase to put their flowers in, and we'll have to do that. I'm going to have to start looking for some clay so that we can make ourselves some flower pots. And we'll just drop them in here in this random thing. What I don't know is, what are people going to think is a fair price for flower pots? We'll have to sort that out. But yeah, this episode's been a whole lot of fun. We now have a super smelter that is actually up and ready to go and has enough fuel in it to cook for an entire army, thanks to BJW. So if y'all haven't checked out BJW's channel already, would you run over there, give him a good smack, give him a thumbs up on one of his videos or something like that. He does some really cool different builds like this. He uses shader packs, so they look really amazing. And he has some pretty good tutorials going on as well for that little cooker and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So go over there and give him a big thank you, big hug from old Piggy for helping out. And for helping out the server. Now we're able to cook stuff, which is just awesome. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. And if you want to see more of these as I release them, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to click that notification bell so YouTube will let you know when videos come out. I'm going to get back over here to the city and start doing some more work because we have got a lot of excavation to do so that we can get Swine's Vines up and running. And we can get Pickles Pickles up and running because I know that Mr. Pixel Rift's store is just waiting for that first shipment to come in. My gosh, look at, oh man, I don't think I didn't film it. We got to run over here and show this off. Get out of the boat, Piggy, get out of the boat. People are wanting to see. So see, from right here we can see that when I get that outer wall built, that's going to be amazing to look at from afar. So if I do say so myself, yeah. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Decidedly Vanilla.